was shiny and clean. Track 2 or South Track. That's the usual track that this train takes every day. Tunnels just about 1 kilometer down that way, down the little hill. Probably be a fair-sized train. Sorry for any shaking of the camera. I haven't had my water intake today yet. I'll drink a bunch when I get back to my vehicle. Whenever I don't drink much, I shake. My left arm is doing. Try to brace my elbows at my side. Still way down there coming to the other end of the yard. Oh, there's the end. You ain't gonna see that for a while though. That's, oh, I don't know, quite a bit down there. A few thousand feet. Finish it off with auto racks. Maybe we'll get something good here. I'm hoping for just one good cartoon art or character art. It's got to be on this amount of them that's coming, I see. Got to be at least one really good one. That's about as common as you get right there, 2CN. That's probably 3/4 of the trains. At least the last one, we had a UP on it. I do not know what train it is. They never said at all, so they just said they were coming over. I will probably hear in the yard what train it is. They'll probably say. And then I'll be able to put it into the title. Been a really slow day for trains. I was sitting down by the tunnel for 2-3 hours, nothing. Came here and then there was nothing for a good hour or so, and then finally there's been 2 in the last half an hour. That's all there's been since early afternoon. It's been a slow day. Probably because of the Sunday Super Bowl, who knows. You wouldn't think that would matter, but it seems to be. Whenever something's going on, there's hardly any trains. I think I remember the same thing last year and the year before. We get more trains on Christmas Day than we do on Super Bowl Day. Who knows? Obviously it's a chemical train. A lot of chemicals. It's high risk. Ooh, gas. Oh, hey, why did that get out of focus there for a second? Black cars right at sunset. It's actually a little darker than what it looks to be in the camera because this camera does have a pretty big lens, so. But it usually never goes out of focus, not this camera. This is not a cheap camera. Not like my little Canons, or you can go a little out of whack when the light's not good, or like a flatbed car, an empty car goes by and it focuses on the yard cars behind it and gets back onto the train and gets out of focus. But this camera does not usually do that. Let's try and go and do that again. A nice couple of days here coming up. It's going to be in the 50s, and for here that's 50s Fahrenheit, that is, for you Americans that are watching. The rest of the world is that's supposed to get up to, I think, about 7 tomorrow, but 13 the next day, which is like 55, 56 Fahrenheit for the Americans. know 99% of the countries out there are metric. I believe there's only 2 or 3 countries left that do not use it. 2 of them are very, very small countries, tiny, and then the United States, which is odd that they're so far behind on some stuff, but so far ahead on others. I think I'm in my 50s, and we switched when I was in grade school. We went to metric, so it's got to be 40 years ago, 45 years ago. Just for giggles, I know it's not train topic, but you're watching in another country. When did you guys switch? Leave a comment down there. I know only 2% or 3% of my viewers are Canadian. Only maybe 5, 6, 7, 8% are American. I know I get a lot of views from India, Indonesia, stuff like that, which, thank you, welcome. Here's our end. This will be the only day, the last day train for today. More will be at night, but it's going to start getting cold, so it's the GECX. Heading into the yard down there. The line here. Quite clear skies out now. You can see the star right up there above. Pretty nice. Don't very often see. Doesn't usually focus enough at nighttime to focus on the stars. Oh, we got a short train. Huh, yeah, it's pretty short, especially for this train. Once again, hit that subscribe. This is the M382, CN M382. Two-plane CN, like 90% of the trains. Gotta like it when it's something different. I had one different one today. That's it. Yesterday was one of the better days I had in a while. I had 2 engines that weren't. Was that yesterday? Yesterday or the day before. We normally get the foreign powers about 1 out of 20 trains over the winter here, but we had 2 days ago and 1 yesterday, 1 today. So hopefully we're getting into that springtime where they load up the foreign power for some reason. Would be nice. I like a good variety in the trains. Or at least get back into the old 3 engine, 4 engine, 1 engine, 2 engine, good mix. The only thing I've been noticing this winter anyway is most trains are just 2 CN, that's it. They do with what they need, I guess, but if you're a filmer, you like to see a bit of a variety. The first train in about an hour, hour and a half. Was green lit for a little while, then it disappeared. Then it green lit again on the light here, but it's green lit for 2 different tracks over in Port Huron, so I know that's not possible, but that's what it is right now on their on the computer. Track 2 and track 3 is green lit for this train to go into, so we'll only go into 1. I just think they just didn't remove it because when it was lit the first time it was green lit into the 1 track, and then they took it away for 20 minutes and then they green lit it again over here and a new track popped up over there. Alright, we got some wheels. Different. 2688 was the second one. Double DPU. I've only got that once before in a couple thousand trains. Very nice. I wanted something different, I just got it. double DPU to go with it. Which was a surprise. Hopefully we'll get a surprise on this one. Unlikely, but usually only get a DPUs every now and then, and just had one. So we will see the Canada cars, which is what I always look for near the end. Sorry for any coughing. It's getting, last I looked about 15 minutes ago, it was 1 degree. So cold weather always makes me cough. Brand new, February 23. Wow. Oh, yeah. So these suckers are really new. Wait. Yeah, February 23. All new. These ones anyway. Oh, look, that's early for a Canada car. Wow. It's usually not so near the end. The camera's still sitting down there at the side. These things, I see them all the time. All the empty lumber ones. Let's see if we see any graffiti with WH painted over it. Let's see if we see anything like that today.